Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny Five Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Project Blanco. We're getting into Little Germany here today. To fully fill out Little Germany, all we need is 3 builds and then the contest plot. So those 3 builds are officially ready, so we get to see the very first ever German buildings to be placed, and also, technically, the final German buildings. We're just one-shotting this in and done. And then we just have to wait for the contest plot to get put in there. And boom, Little Germany is done for our World's Fair German section of Project Blanco. So really fantastic little episode here. So why don't we get right on into it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. I just want to let you guys know, at the time of me recording this video, it is technically episode 19, this one. I'm just reading your comments now from the previous episodes of 4, 5, and 6, and even earlier. That's how far ahead I am on these videos. Episode 6 just went live today, and that was the wooden coaster video. So I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they like the setup process. So I don't know how many videos in between I didn't do that for, but we're going back to the setup process because you guys seem to enjoy it. It makes the videos a little bit longer and gives us a little bit more to look at and play around with. So our first building is German Building 01. Limitations are 1,100 pieces and it must include the monorail pathing. This one is created by DDEX. So what I tend to do with these setups now is I just delete the volume cube rather than trying to fit it over top, because sometimes I find that the volume cube just gets in the way. So I feel like I can see it a little bit more clearly. See this grass hanging over? Maybe the volume cube was covering that and it just makes it a little bit easier. So I definitely want to cover the grass. 9. Let's sink me, hide me. There we go. How are we looking on the backside? Looking pretty good. I should pause the game here. Runs a little bit smoother with the game paused. So we are hanging over the pathway a little bit. If I push it out this way a little bit more, well, I kind of like that it covers this up, but probably better that this is exposed, giving us a little bit more of that view to the sci-fi land there. Yeah, that looks good to me. No problems there. Let's go ahead and place it. Cool. And here comes the monorail. Let's take a closer look at this whole build here. Right through the building. Gotta love it. Damn, really good job on this one, DDEX. Let's get rid of these sink me, hide me signs. Don't need those lying about. Doesn't look to me as if the builder included their build sign, so we could just go borrow this one. I think we should put it somewhere near the entrance. I think this would be the entrance. Let's put it right there. DDEX. Wonderful. Shout out to DDEX. He's an awesome streamer, guys. Go check him out on Twitch, twitch.tv/D3Dex. Amazing creator. Good to see you back in Blanco just for this project, just for this build. Got a little bit of jank happening here, but I don't think it's that problematic. Can I fix it? I'll just duplicate one and then pull it forward just a little bit. There we go. But that's kind of cool. Like, it has like a bit of like an interior here, so that when the train passes through, there's something to look at. I quite like that. That is definitely a nice feature. All decorated on the inside here. It seems to me like there's a bit of a nighttime. Yes. Ooh, that is fancy. That's really cool. Nighttime lighting looks great to me. Beautiful little build here. Our first German building. And we have 2 more to go and our little German town is done. It's definitely one of the smaller areas, but once the contest plot is in here, this will whole come together as like a little German area. So it'll be quite packed at the end of the day. These little side World's Fair areas are intended to be a little bit on the smaller side. We don't want to make the massive themed areas. That's what the bigger themes are for. So yeah, absolutely beautiful build from DDEX here. No problems with this one. Went in easily. Looks beautiful. Couldn't ask for more. Really well done. Okay, let's move over to the next one. Gonna move the builder sign just over here in case this one forgot to be placed. Wait, did I leave the old builder sign in here? Oh gosh, that's too much to delete. Crap. I wonder if there's a builder sign jammed in here somewhere. I deleted the cube, but I don't know if I deleted the builder sign. Rip. Oh, there it is. It's like Where's Waldo. Okay, the next one up is German 02 by Sanders. Limitation 850 pieces, must have the style of Alpine. Okay, let's pull it up here. There it is. I'm assuming this is the correct orientation. Let's go ahead and sink this in. No sink me, hide me signs, unfortunately, but I don't think it should be a problem. Now the terrain, it looks to be a problem. Let's go ahead and fix that before we place it. So we're going to go to our terrain editor. We're going to flatten to foundation. We're going to increase the intensity and even the size. There we go. Just flatten this area out a little bit there, a little oopsie there. And now let's try and get our building in here nice and snug. So just got to make sure the line's here. I can hear the monorail coming, so let's make sure it can... Oof, that's a tight squeeze. I can bring it over here just a little bit more if I need to, just to give a little bit more breathing room for that monorail. But that seems to be a pretty good fit. I see Hats Fantastic on there. I also see Professor Worst. It's a cool interior. All right. If I place it any lower, it appears that the grass still pokes through. So the flatten tool didn't work perfectly, but I think that's a pretty good fit. Let me just double check. Yep, looks good. And place. Okay. There it is. We're going to put, I'm going to add the name after. I forgot to take my screenshots for the previous one, so I'm going to have to undo this and redo it. Looking good. Little hay bales up top. Professor Worst lives here, I take it. It's a little motel or something. I do like the little Easter egg there. Some Hats Fantastic on there. Like the little bit of red trim there. Give it a little bit of pop. Some color. Although it doesn't really match with the canopies here. The canopies seem to stand out color-wise, but I think it's fine. It's really nice. Quaint little corner built here by Mr. Sanders. I'm going to update the name in just a sec. Monorail passes by nice and smoothly, and then right into T-Tex's build. It's looking great. Really nicely done. While this backside is on a little bit on the plain side, I don't think it matters because, yeah, we're probably going to have some decorations here and some trees and scenery. We'll probably fill this out just a little bit to make the walk to Sci-Fi World just a little bit more interesting, and that should be fine. So I'll probably put some bushes and stuff down here as well. So yeah, it's good. And for the most part, you're going to be looking and coming into the German area from here, and that's where most of the detail is. So looking great, Mr. Sanders. Next up, we have the German Building 03 with a limitation of 900 pieces and integrated into the mountain. Now, hopefully this doesn't give us any issues. Whoops, I forgot to update Mr. Sander here. Said I was going to do that. There you go, Sanders. You have not been forgotten. Okay. Back to it. I have a feeling that, well, let's move this builder sign. First of all, we might need it. I'm going to probably have to flatten some of this terrain just in case things are poking through a little bit. I'm not going to do too much because this builder most likely has integrated it somehow with some elevation. So this was built by Samurai. Looking good. There's the hide me sign. So just go just under ever so gently. There's double builder signs there in his build. Wait, what? Okay. Now, if I bring it to... I kind of want it to line up with this purple pad here. The lighting kind of sucks here in terms of like the time of day because there's a mountain here. I was trying to get like a time of day, but it seems like there is no time of day where this building can be seen. Wah, wah, wah. Unfortunate for you. Oh no. Are they expecting me to path up here? Why are there yellow cubes here? Why didn't you build picnic tables? Does this say anything on the workshop? Are these supposed to be like carpets? People come and like sit? I don't quite understand it. You can't really path up here. It wouldn't really work. And there's no shop either. So I think this is placed about right. Maybe I could push it back just a bit more. I definitely can. Let's do that. And oh, wait a second. Let me undo my terrain changes. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is back. So this means, let's see here. If we hide this, this does not make a whole lot of sense to me. So we do want it to cover the path just ever so slightly. And I do want it to match up with the purple thing. But there's some jank happening here. Well, that's okay. My solution for this is we're going to place it. We're going to bust out the terrain tools, take the intensity down, take the size down. We're going to move it to pull mode. And we're just going to bring the terrain up into the building a bit. And then same thing with back here. Yep, that seems fine. And now we don't have any issues. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I could push this just back a bit. There we go. Make it so the roof doesn't crash. And that looks good. Push this back just a little bit. We can pull this up just a little bit here. There we go. There we go. Just a little bit more integration there now. Sweet. So we don't need all these builder signs, but we do need to put samurai on one of them. Samurai pizza cats. Samurai pizza cats. There we go. Yeah, I don't really understand the little yellow cubes. I feel like you should have built some benches. And on the Steam Workshop, it says 940 pieces. I don't know how many the shop was originally. I forgot to check, but if you needed like 15 extra pieces to make some tables, I think that would have been fine. But you know what? I'm leaving it. So it's the Swiss Cafe. Everyone has to sit on the floor. The woodwork's looking great. I like this little ivy hanging down here. Balcony built over a rock pile, which is looking great as well. Integrated into the ground. I like the foundation here. You had this tricky build where you had to build on the hill. You included your own foundation. I'm not sure you need these pillar caps here. Oh, they're a part of, I see. Well, could you have maybe brought this and flipped it and then brought it out? That probably would have worked too. I'm not going to mess around with your build. That is what it is. We'll put some trees there to cover it up. Looking good though. Little pond here, a little bridge connecting the two buildings. That's really cool. So maybe like this is the inn and this is the cafe. You get like a bed and breakfast. You stay here, cross over the bridge, go into the Swiss Cafe, get your morning coffee, get your breakfast. That's phenomenal. Little German flag there as well. Love to see it. Boom. And there it is. We have our little German building here and our two German buildings over here. A monorail passing through. It's all coming together. I once again have forgotten to check the nighttime lighting on all these builds, so I am clipping this in here. I like how the hat is lit up there. Got some lights on the backside here. I think we did check D-Dex's nighttime lighting already. Yeah, this is great. Oh, there's another little room that I missed. Look at that. That's cute. And then the lighting on this one, it's subtle. It's nice. Yeah, it's great. Perfect amount of lighting. Looks a little bit dark and ominous back there, but I still like it. Here comes the monorail. And now we're just waiting for contest number 2 plot to get plopped down here, and then we could take a look at the whole German area complete. Definitely not as bustling as the other areas, but I suspect because there's so much to build here, there's going to be a lot of Germanness in this purpleness here. And that should bring it together quite nicely. And I guess Madman's crazy building that we recently reviewed here has, I guess, it kind of blends in somewhat okay, or transitions somewhat okay into this side of the town. But yeah, it's fine. It's looking great. So only 3 small builds here. Like I said, I want to keep these videos cohesive. So while I could go ahead and place a couple more, I want this to be like a German only episode. So we're sticking to these 3. We've gone back to the placement to help fill in some more time. And since you guys seem to enjoy the placement process, I'll probably stick to that going forward. Yeah, for sure. That seems to add a little bit more of the back behind the scenes. You guys get to see what kind of struggles I deal with placing some of these builds, how I have to make some adjustments and changes. However, this one went pretty smoothly. There was like no issues. I feel like there were some episodes where, like with Madman's build, I was pulling my hair for like an hour on some builds. Some of these things took me like several hours. And I guess, you know, if I would have recorded the setup on some of those videos, I would have been editing that video forever, and we would have had a very, very long episode. So I'm kind of glad I skipped it on some, but going forward, let's just hope that the final builds are a little bit easier to place. And so far with this one, they seemed to go in quite easily. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our little Germany is complete, other than our contest submission coming soon. At the time of this video, I just launched contest number 1 2 days ago, and everybody's already working on their other areas and their contest stuff. So that's kind of exciting. I guess by the time this video comes out, episode 19, there's a good chance that everyone's already working on their German plots. That's pretty cool too. So those will be coming up as well. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video of Project Planko. Bye now.